Good morning, Guardians. Ebontis here with another solo Nightfall run through, this time on my Hunter. It is January 31st and we've got Winter's Run to tackle. Modifiers we know: Berserk, Small Arms, Chaff, and Match Game. Check out my build on my Hunter. I'm going to go with Tether, mostly for the boss room's sake, and the waves, just to try and keep everything concise and somewhat controlled with my tethers. Again, another Scout Rifle, trying my Cryptic Dragon. This one does have Firefly and Zen Moment. Depending on certain situations, I may switch over to my hand cannon here that I've got, but just honestly trying to pick some different weapons. Got my Devil's Dawn Sniper to get some nice damage if I need it, but not likely to use it because my Scout Rifle is probably going to be doing most of the work. And a Arc Rocket Launcher is going to be nice, so you can drop the shields on some of those Centurions, take them out a little bit quicker just because they're really annoying. So, let's jump straight in. I will check back with you guys in just a second. Here we go. Alright guys, so as soon as you load in, jump on that Sparrow, get a move on, you got that time clock to fight. In that little description, I know they're talking about the priest getting a soul back. I don't know about you, but Taken, I feel like, probably don't have much of a soul left, or if they do, it's definitely one not in the realm of what we understand. But anyway, also guys, if you catch me on my first video of the day, it's like 4 in the morning, this is about 6 hours later, so I'm just a little more awake when that happens sometimes, so sorry if the voice is a little groggy. I try and get the weekly reset out first if I can, but that doesn't always happen. But again, when you do that, sometimes you'll take some of these guys out. Looks like I got some ammo there, but don't spend too long there. You got other guys to kill. If things die in there, great. If they don't, no worries. I wouldn't spend too much time there. Once you come to the respawn zone, enjoy whatever primary you brought with you. If it's got Firefly, it's even more entertaining to watch. Enjoy those explosions. Should be able to take many things out that way. Get some of the dregs. And move it on around the corner. Once you come around the corner, you're going to have some enemies down below. You're going to have some Taken, and then some in the back that are kind of duking it out. Grab that Blight Bomb there. Make sure you detonate it. You can throw one grenade down here just to get some of this work done, and then look for the Vandals that are going to basically come across in the back. They're going to be back there. I got one of them. See if you find this other one. Should be around. They strafe pretty slowly. And you also want to start looking for the rest of these guys. Got some captains, got some goblins, got some other things. You're going to have a Minotaur around in the back as well. Keep an eye on that Minotaur, and then also keep an eye on what you can with regards to... That Minotaur does take a lot of shots. Keep that one in mind. You can have some Scions. But there's one more Vandal back there I did not kill. Minotaur is still up. Look for him. He should be up shortly. Maybe he did die. Who knows? If you did, just keep running. If I'm getting shot here, that'll be a problem. Watch for those grenades. If you can detonate them off, get them to go, and then move away. Works a little bit better. And then back here in the back, you should be able to find a couple of these stragglers here. Find a few of these Scions here. Pick them off. Shouldn't have too much to deal with. Get close enough for that one to start detonating, and then push back for a second. Once the two Vandals on the top are dead, then you really have the easy part left of just a couple straggler Scions. Nothing too major there. Again, mostly just stragglers. Jump on up over this if you want. Get the quick path. And keep pushing forward. Up around this corner, you're going to have some Scions here. You want to pull them in, you got grenades, you got smoke, a couple different options here. Just work them down pretty quick. Getting a little overzealous there, almost get myself killed, but oh well. Trying to be aggressive here, work on this time. And we'll move forward around the corner onto bigger and better areas. Keep running as quick as you can. Definitely don't waste too much time. You got a lot of stuff to do in 30 minutes. This is not one of the shorter strikes, just because there are rooms with waves and things like that. So, when you come up around this corner, make sure you are paying attention. Try not to get killed by certain things, and it's okay to expel some heavy ammo. Especially a good thing, because the heavy rocket launcher that is Arc is going to be a nice benefit for the Centurions and then the Captains both. You got a couple things to kill, so it's always nice to have that variety in there and take those guys out quickly. You're going to have about 5 or 6 of these Scions here. So as they come in, just make sure you keep picking them off. Once you've got them all, you can do this in a couple of different ways. You can use your sniper rifle, pick these guys off. kind of get their attention here. If they do that, of course, they get to be a little annoying. Once their shields drop, then they should be pretty easy targets there. Once they are down, go ahead and turn around here. Try and find those captains. If you can get them down quickly, it's a nice, fast, speedy way to do it. And then look for these goblins in the back. There's going to be another Minotaur back there, but this one is going to be just red bar. He should go down pretty quickly with those crit shots. Looks like I got 2 of them. Again, joys of stuff I can't really control there. Minotaur dead. Captain's the last one. Okay, almost getting myself killed. Wait for him to come around that corner. I don't know where he ran off to, but you can run back. Captains do hurt, so just don't mess around with them. They're going to be a little painful, a little more than you'd expect sometimes. If you got any ammo drops, check for those. Looks like I've just got the usual, regular, and special. Going to go ahead and kick off the waves here real fast. Try and be as quick as you can on this section. Breach the hatch, and we'll see what happens here. One thing to watch out for is right where I was kind of working, right where that little ammo box is right here. You potentially can have some enemies spawn right on you here if that does happen. Looks like the door is shut here, so look for the enemies that are going to spawn. Looks like I've only got a couple. This is weird, kind of the way it was last time. Track the Archon Priest. Again, same thing, usually have more enemies to deal with. So if that's the case, just, you know, mark yourself as lucky. I'll try this later in the day just to see if I get something different here. This is getting really annoying. If I get killed here from this, that's going to really piss me off. What is killing me back here? Just one goblin. Anyway, save yourself the time and run forward. Normally there are more things to kill there, but if not, don't worry about it. Once you come up to the Pike section, you can grab a Pike, but honestly you're not going to need it. You're going to want a faster Sparrow to run through this section. Now what you can do is try and kill some of these things. Get up here on the upper deck. Kind of get a few shots off on a few of the distant guys. Get you a few points, but I wouldn't spend too much time here trying to get too much. It's not worth your time. Time, of course, the most valuable essence here. And again, just work these guys down. Remember, as they die, they get their little death shots coming to you. Make sure you got what you can killed. Pick anything off that's out there that you can see. You can pull out a sniper, get a couple guys. Again, the points are not a bad thing to go for. I can't shoot anything to save my life. So apparently you can shoot these things. I don't know about that. Well, anyway, once you're up here in a decent spot, get yourself a nice little run. Go through here, and you want to just kind of go as fast as you can through these blights. Dodge the bombs. If you dodge the blights, it'll help you. You can't really dodge them right here. You're going to be driving right at a couple of Minotaurs, so just make sure you do it quick. You can take a couple shots, but try and dodge them fast. Save yourself a little time there. Get some recharge. And when you come around to this next section, you could probably skip most of it, but I tend not to want to get killed in kind of a stupid spot, so I might go for killing a couple of these guys here if possible. You're going to have a few goblins. You're going to have some over here on the right. You're also going to have a captain, and then one Minotaur is main thing that I would go for over on this section over here. And then again, watch those hobgoblins with their little death shots, just because when they die, they're going to send out one drop at you and try and kill you. Now, if I got some drops up there, I'm going to try and go to the upper deck once it's clear. That's the captain I'm talking about. You do want to try and dodge him. Now keep that one in mind. But over here, the one I'm talking about is going to be the Minotaur. Should be over here somewhere. There he is. Told you he's waiting. Now, he's going to be a elite Minotaur. He's going to be a major. Should take a few shots to kill, but depending on how many bullets you got, should take him out pretty quickly. Now, the captain is worth, roughly 1,000, so you can work him down if you can, get the damage going on him. Nice thing about a primary scout, should be able to do a lot of damage to him if you can keep those grenades working him down. Unfortunately, that goblin is keeping his shield up, and he's still almost there. Annoying thing about that is I almost don't care to spend enough time, but I do have some more rockets, so I'm going to give it a shot. See if I can drop his shield down. Oh, screw it, just run. You don't have to kill him, it's worth 1,000 points. Again, getting to the back a little quicker, probably more worth your merriment. Everybody else joining the stream right now, thanks for tuning in. Just working on the solo Nightfall number 2. Got my Titan video up already, just mixing it up with the Hunter. Now once you are down here, take a look. You're going to have some enemies kind of fighting each other for a minute. So if you drop down, your safe spot is going to be going back up top. The reason I have this right here is mostly for this guy right here. Of course, the shields make life a little difficult. Are you kidding me? You're like shielded and then you're like shielding each other. Alright, anyway. But what you do want to do is take out the Centurion quickly. His Axiom bolts do get rather annoying. And once his shield drops, he goes down very quickly. Watch for those Axiom bolts. You're going to have more guys duking it out over here. Another captain, of course, doing his thing. Looks like we got some more enemies spawning in. Look for those. Again, more goblins. And some Thrall. Thrall should mostly charge you. If they're twitchy, we know they're twitchy. I think they're on speed or drugs or something, just because they don't seem to stand still for very long. I should probably bring like my arc sniper, but I want my arc rocket for the sake of mixing it up. Again, keep trying to kill everything down here. Most things left shouldn't be too bad. You just have the one captain, your major worry. Keep working those guys down. Once the captain is kind of on his run of being an insane person here, charge you as quickly as he can. Depending on where he's at and where he teleported to. See if I can find him. Looks like I've got a drag somewhere down here pissing me off a little bit. Nope, got a goblin. And then I've got Captain Man. Now I'm hiding between here, trying to get a tether on his butt. Keep him stationary, locked down. Once his shield is down, then you can go ahead and finish him off that way. Now I'm going to pop a heavy ammo synth just to try and move this along a little bit. Heavy synth, make sure I got my exotic particles up, which I do. Do I have something void instead? Arc, I mean. Yeah, it's not going to be a major benefit at this point. Alright, so last thing you want to do, just check around, see if you got all your ammo, and then as soon as you touch that platform, you're going to piss off the boss as soon as he spawns in. Best bet that you can do, probably throw a grenade in his way, and then start putting headshots into him. He's going to come charging up to you. Your best bet is to hide back around this corner. You can have some Scions that spawn in, nothing too major. As the Scions come in, you're going to have a few over around the wall by you over there, and a few that spawn in front of you. Try and pick these guys off quickly, save yourself a little bit of anguish. And then come around the corner here with the boss and also a couple of those other guys. Throw a grenade, have a little fun. And with these guys here, you can probably kill them with mostly a grenade or whatever. You're going to have a few Scions back there in that little bridge hole area that they're dealing with. But what you want to do is try and come back here a little bit. Pull the boss back a little ways, and then back yourself to this wall. Excuse me. And then what you're going to do is you're going to see his head over this wall. You want to keep your head back against this wall and just start shooting his dome. You don't even have to always see his dome, the head, but what you're trying to do is just get to a point where you can see any part of his head. There you go. If those guys keep spawning, get a few extra points. But again, look for that dome, try and back yourself into the wall, and then come over here. Just keep trying to shoot his head. Now again, if you can throw a grenade over this wall to him, it's kind of your call. But you can see his hitbox, you can probably get some shots on him. What you're just trying to do is try and get him down a little lower in health. You can use your sniper rifle just trying to go through some of your ammo. Those are going to be a little bigger shots at least just because, you know, sniper hits, just not as hard as it was. Then as you move, try and keep moving his head around, try and get those shots on him. You can't stagger him just because we have lowered damage on our secondary, and this is even Devil's Dawn. Doesn't stagger him much, but you can put a lot of damage into him at least. Primary is still almost faster, because these 3 shots are not nearly as quick as these 19 that I can get pumping out here. Once you hear that next spawn, he is going to go wandering off to the other side of the map. At that point, just look for the enemies that are going to be spawning out there. You're going to have some more Scions this time, similar number that you did last time around the corner, but the boss is also going to slowly be walking away from you right here. If you can get these guys to split, it's actually not a bad thing for points while you're waiting for the boss to wander away. If you kill them all, well, so be it. If you do enough damage to him, he'll go like warping off to the other side. But if you can get a little damage on him, and then you'll have some of these Scions they deal with over there, be careful about those. Scion death seems to happen quickly with this scout rifle, so I'm enjoying the crap out of that one. Now once the boss wanders away, you are going to have a Minotaur down in the middle, so watch out for him. One way to handle him fairly quickly is going to be a tether if you got that, but if you got a view of the boss, try and put some damage into him while you can. He wanders around a little bit. Sometimes he's hard to find. We'll look for the Stealth Minotaur down there. He's going to be a major, so he's just going to take a little bit of work. Try and keep getting those crit spot shots. And he finally goes down. Grab some ammo. Looks like I've been blowing through my normal ammo pretty quickly. And you're going to have some regular scions in the back there, so watch out for those. And the boss will just kind of be hiding. If you creep up here, he either will run back behind, or he's going to be a big weenie and keep hiding. Kind of your option to keep trying to find him and strafe to him. And those guys are all just tucked back in back there, which works for me. If you need a different vantage point, come on up here. You can come up to the rocks. Sometimes the boss will have come this far back. If not, he's just going to be wandering around back there. Now, depending on where all these guys are located, keep getting these scions, taking them out, get some points. If you do it fast enough, you might be able to find even him. Now, if you find the boss, you do want to keep strafing. These black balls of doom hurt just a little bit, so keep that in mind. Looks like I'm already at my contender status there. Try and throw grenades up there if you can. Get some damage going on him just quickly, where you're not actually having to fire and be in the line of fire. But then, yeah, keep strafe back and forth. Use the rocks where you can. Get some nice vantage points, and then keep putting that damage in him, and then fall on down pretty quickly. If you get below the shot, then you can keep that damage going. Feel like he's not the only one. There's that damage cue. Listen for that audio. Gonna have more guys coming your way. As soon as that happens, your best bet is to climb up top here and get to safekeeping for a minute. You're gonna have some goblins going across the way out there. Damn, missed one of them. You're also gonna have some coming to you down below. Some of them will come quickly, just like this guy here. Some of them will be a little slower. Now this part you just have goblins, which are fine, and you got some hobgoblins doing some sniping duty. If that is the case, no, not as big of a deal. The hobgoblins aren't so bad. The ones you really want to watch out for are going to be, first off, you got about one major goblin in each section, but it's the hobgoblins doing their sniping you want to watch for. And if you got a sniper rifle, it's still going to do some damage to them. Pull it out, get a nice shot onto them, put some work into them. And again, remember, when they die, they are going to send those shots, those basically suicide shots at you. And you're also going to have some enemies coming across the way to you. So if you can take out the major goblins, that's going to help some of the shielding that's going on. You're also going to have some snipers here in the middle. Don't forget about those. Again, when you take them out, make sure you dodge out of their final shots. But again, these goblins in the back that are helping with the shielding on the hobgoblins, keep trying to pick those off. Again, that's why scout rifle is so important. This dude is just holding down tight, apparently. That's the boss, that's why. Shielding the boss, not cool. Cheating there, personally. Yeah, keep the grenades cooking. Do what you can. And again, if he creeps up a little bit, just come back here up to the staircase for a second. He'll wander backwards, and then you can kind of work on him. Now again, if you need him to back up a little bit, pull back here for a second. He'll wander back slowly. And then just keep your back to the wall until you can find his head on above the rocks here. Once you do, just kind of try and keep backing your head above the wall. Wiggle around until you get him to move where you need him to. It's a little hard to see him at some points. 15,000 works, but once you get a good sight on him, if you can get him in this wedge here, it's actually really nice because, as you guys can tell, shooting him all day long. All day, every day. Now once he starts to get kind of pissed at you, you know, throw your grenades, get a little cooking damage on him. He'll keep moving around, getting that work done, but that grenade's always going to be a nice benefit. Nice way to keep some consistent damage on him. Now when you hear that spawning happen, this is going to be the last phase. This is where you're going to have some Centurions, and it's going to be important to kill those Centurions as quick as possible, because there's two, and their Axiom Bolts get to be a royal pain in my butt. Tether's going to help that one out a little bit. Yeah, again here, even if you're at this phase, try and get to where you can get those shots on him without really getting too tagged. Those are the summoning sounds. You can hear it, and that big flash means they are coming in. So look, you're going to have some enemies coming from back here. More goblins, of course. And also you're going to have the Centurions coming in. Now, if a Centurion comes in, I would try and put a tether down below. But if you can take out some of these major goblins, that's going to help speed things along as well. Centurions, there he is. Try and take him out as quick as you can, because that way you've only got one of those Axiom Bolts coming at you at a time. If you've got both, it gets to be a royal pain. Now, if I've got a tether down here, Couple things I'm trying to do here. Then I also want to drop his shield. If he's out of the tether, he's going to be a little bit more of a pain. But if his shield is down, you do want to get a little aggressive with this guy. Really try and take him out. Centurion is down. That should speed things along. If you have to deal with that Centurion for a while, it's rather pain. Once the Centurions are down, you can come down here, get a little more aggressive. There are going to be some goblins chasing you, some coming from the other side, and you are going to have the hobgoblins sniping back again as well. So watch out for those. Keep in mind of their little death shots when they shoot out. Again, the goblins will be chasing over. Watch for those. Pick off anything you can. Just less shield people running around is better. You know, some of these snipers here on the bridge, get those. Looks like I need some ammo. Gonna switch over. Just do what you can with what you got. Try and pick these guys off from a distance before they get too close. Looks like we got some ammo to pick up here. Gonna go ahead and do that. Most things should be dead. Watch for those snipers out there. And then just keep moving, get some cover for those shots as they do track you pretty well. Once the boss is really the only thing you got left, should be a pretty reasonable run. Again, ammo may be your only thing, but run around down below. If he's up above, should be able to find some. Looks like I've got plenty. And then now it's just time to work on the boss wherever you can find him. Sometimes he's going to be right there. You never quite know. If I can get a tether on him, that'll give me some nice bonus damage on him. Speed this along a little bit. Dodge those shots. Keep strafing though. Don't take too much damage. If he presses down around this hill, just keep going. Now if he gets that close, I would back up a little bit, just because those shots are going to start to hurt a little bit. If you can keep him on that ramp. See, if you get too far away, he does tend to back off a little bit. So it's kind of the game of cat and mouse here. A little bit of back and forth. But if you can do something like throw a grenade to kind of edge him out there, then you'll just piss him off enough to just kind of creep coming out and creeping out and keep those shots coming in his way. Again, just keep strafing those big black balls of doom. Don't get in the line of fire of those. They just suck. They're annoying. Just keep tagging them in the dome. That's why scout rifles, pretty reasonable firing one, is going to be a nice bet for this one. Almost done here. See if I can finish him off pretty quick. 34,008 minutes left. It's going to be low. It's going to be slow. I'm going to get about 5,000 from him. And then we'll see what the time bonus gives me.
I'll contact the Vanguard and let them know.
Hey, we got an exotic as well. Heavy weapon. I think I'm good on heavy exotics. But there we go. See if I get my bounty done. Hopefully I do.
The Fallen found the prison of Elders.
Sunrise bounty completed.
Too bad for them.
There we go. 400, 400, 400. 399. All good. So that is pretty much going to be a wrap, guys, with the Hunter. Pretty straightforward. Just using tether for a little bit of crowd control. Scout rifles are going to be your main benefit on any of these guys, so just keep those active and using them, looking for that ammo. But thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let's see what I get. Do a little dance on the dome here. And have a good time. 3, 2, 1. And the drum roll for the drop. Hopefully it's not crap. I just got some infusion fodder earlier. See if I can get some more infusion fodder. There you go. I got the Waltz pulse rifle. Could be better, could be worse. Infusion rifle nonetheless. Thank you guys for tuning in. Drop that like below if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe. I'll keep the content coming your way. And if you did dislike the video, drop that dislike. But of course, please let me know why. Leave a comment. I'd love to know what I can do to improve these videos for you guys. Thanks again as always for tuning in, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.